the direction that I feel the NRC needs to go. It's the direction I saw the day I saw this project start, and it's been my desire all the way through. I'm trying to open up into, you talk about transparency. I want you people to understand where we're coming from. Now, I'm not going to get into detail. We got a fiduciary duty to the NRC, as well as up here on this council, to not disclose a lot of things that have to do with contracts. It has to do with a lot of the intimate things that happen within that. More than happy to tell you, like I told you here a while back, I've been telling you for quite a while, all we're doing is negotiating with these people. And the only meetings we've had is trying to figure out what we're going to say to them.
I disagree with the city attorney's interpretation of this law. But even if it is legal, and I doubt that, because that $5,000 I'm sure was used for government use. It went to somebody's payroll or something like that. But even if it is legal, it's not the right thing to do. The people of Salida own that property. It should go to a vote to the people of Salida to do what they want. We do understand, Keith, what your intentions are. We understand how it impacts the NRC and these kind of things and how you have worked so hard for these things. But bottom line, I believe this is the property of the citizens, and the right thing to do is let them speak before you give away or trade or sell any land in City Salida. Thank you.
I have some figures here about all the, I would call them sacrifices that have been made for the dream of the Natural Resource Center out there. I've gotten the impression, please correct me if I'm wrong, that this dream has been promoted by Mr. Yerke and Mr. Baker and Tim Glenn and maybe others. But over the years, I think it has contributed to a lot of anger on the part of the people that you have sworn to serve. Initially, you formed a corporation to further this dream along, the Salida Natural Resource Center Development Corporation. And to it, you gave 191 acres of land that was purchased with public funds.
It is Mr. Hanlon's responsibility to care about the law. It is your responsibility to figure out what's right. I would like also to point out that in the packet from the last meeting, there were what appeared to be some conflicting statements. Referring to the Sackett property, it was written in the brief that the acquisition of the property, and I'm excerpting this, the acquisition of the property was done to begin the revitalization of downtown Salida. And in the very next paragraph goes on to say that the acquisition of that property plus some other assets over the past 20 years have all successfully served that purpose. And downtown has been enhanced into a thriving commercial and cultural hub for the community. What would be made of that with people who are knowledgeable of the law, I don't know. But it seems to me that if our own city administrator has said in writing that that property has served a purpose for our city, then perhaps the right thing to do would be to put it to a vote of the people.
So if somebody really wanted to give us a bad time, legally, I think they would have the footing to challenge the legality of disposing of that land without a vote of the people. So I think you're almost, from a practical point of view, I think you're stuck in needing to have a vote of the people. And if they can't wait for that to transpire in a longer public discussion, we just said we're not in the corner, so we don't have to do the deal. I think we just got to take the time to talk about it. Notwithstanding somebody might sue you after the fact, the day that you pass this ordinance, there's plenty of energy to get a referendum to require a vote. There's probably enough energy out here to get an initiative to say that you don't sell a crumb of publicly owned land without a vote of the people. Those would be very easy things to make happen. So the educational process about what's going on Vanderveer is a good thing, but I think that the idea that you're going to dispose of that land without a vote of the people is politically not a good idea. Legally, there are at least 3 avenues that I could see that would defeat it.
And I don't want to see businesses shuttered downtown. I do want to see opportunity for our kids and our offspring and the future generations. And I think that we're on the right track. The key here is to work with our people and come up with a solution that's going to work for us. I don't want to ram anything down anybody's throat. I haven't done that since I've been here. And I don't think that's the intent of this council. Now, the council is elected by the people to do a job. And every couple of years, there's a turnover election, and the voters get to say whether they like whether we've been doing this job. And there was a few folks re-elected in the last election, so I'd have to say that they spoke then. And this coming election, there's 4 seats up on this panel. And we're going to hear it again whether the people think we're doing a good job or not. So, we know what's coming with that.
We just want to see the people do what we want to do. If this doesn't go through, it'll break my heart. And I'll tell you that right now. It'll break my heart.
Okay, I'm not hearing anything else to add on this. So with that, I would be looking for further discussion or a motion.
Your Honor, I move we continue the hearing to the February 5th council meeting.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay, you can note that's a 6-0.